Hi everyone, welcome to my home. My name is Hannah and today we're in my basement looking at my pantry storage tour. These are all of the things that I've stored up this year, and this year, as I'm sure you've seen from the title, is Garden Year Zero. So everything I got here I either picked from like a U-Pick place, from my backyard trees, or I bought from my local farm share. And I've canned all this myself, and hopefully next year I'm going to be growing a lot of my own food, and I'm going to bring you guys along for that journey. So hopefully we're going to have a lot more in here next year, but this is kind of my garden year zero where I started. I wanted to do this video before the holidays because a lot of this stuff I'm going to be giving away as gifts, and that was one of my big goals this year, was to pick some of my own food and preserve things for my family to enjoy. So I'll start over here with my bulk area. These are food safe bins with gamma lids. You can see they twist off. And I bought a pack of 6 of these. And I have white beans, flour. Both of these are sugar because I had to buy a really large bag of sugar. This one is chickpeas. And underneath that is jasmine rice. And so these are just the things that my husband and I go through the most. We eat a plant-based diet, so beans and rice are really, really big staples for us. I bought these in bulk from a local store to me. An opportunity, I went and I have this like small local natural food store that sells a lot of things in bulk, and I just went and I talked to the manager and I asked, hey, is it possible for me to buy a 25-pound bag or a 15-pound bag, 50-pound bag of, for example, chickpeas or white beans? And they were very happy to do that. And so I was able to purchase these directly from them. They were delivered to the store. I went and picked them up from the store, and they held them for a couple of days, and they gave me a really good price per pound. And I actually, because I bought so much at one time, they gave me a big discount. And so that's a great resource for you, I think, to get some like lower priced, larger bulk food storage. Another option is Azure Standard. I know a lot of people on YouTube talk about Azure, and they do bulk food that's delivered to a pickup site. The pickup site near me is not very close to my house, and so that wasn't as good of an option as buying from my local store. And I really like buying from my local store. I know the people who work there, and they're just really kind, and I love to support local business. So that's where I got these. I bought these lids online, and I'll try and remember to link where I got them. Or these, the bins and the lids I bought as a kind of kit together. And they're pretty expensive overall. I think these 6 buckets were about $100. But they are going to last forever, and I'm really glad to have these gamma lids. It makes opening them really easy. Now let's get into what I have on my storage shelf. The bottom level here is all tomato sauce and spaghetti sauce. These are all from tomatoes I bought from my farm that has my farm share. I really like them a lot, and the sauce tastes absolutely incredible. I'm definitely, if I can't grow enough tomatoes myself next year, I'm definitely going to be buying from them again. This is all pasta and spaghetti sauce. This is just tomato sauce, not kind of unseasoned. These are 2 jars of capoletta that I made, and hopefully I'll be posting a video of that soon. These are really delicious. I haven't seen anybody else on YouTube posting this recipe. On the next shelf up, I have more tomato products. These are more spaghetti sauce. In larger jars. I would have liked to can everything in pints, but I ran out and there was a jar shortage, so I did some of them in quarts. So we've got some quart-sized spaghetti sauce. These are just plain tomato sauce, and then I have all of these are diced tomatoes, and these are crushed, and then these are diced. And you can see I did these with slicers, and you can see how beautiful the color is. There's all these oranges and yellows, and these taste absolutely incredible. And these I canned raw packed, which is why they've kind of shrunk down, but they should be good. And you can see I'm not super consistent about taking the rings off or leaving them on. I would store most of them with the rings off, but sometimes you just get lazy and you don't want to take the rings off. So that is all of the tomato products. And then I'm going to move up into my jams and jellies. And on my top two shelves are all jams, sauces, and salsa. The bottom here, I went apple picking with a few friends, and we picked way too many apples. So I have, I don't know, maybe 25 quarts of apple butter. Over here I have another pints. I have 25 pints of apple butter here. Got another 10 pints of apple sauce. And then I have all of these up here are apple jelly. This is another apple jelly. I posted a video about making this before, so hopefully you guys have seen that. And then up here is some more apple butter, and you see it turned out absolutely gorgeous. And this is super delicious. I'm going to be giving a lot of that as gifts this year. I also have some just half pints of triple berry jam. These are some, we have a bunch of wild blackberries that grow around my neighborhood, and so I picked some of those, and I went blueberry and raspberry picking, so that's what is in here. And then I have 4 half pints of this salsa. This is a chipotle tomatillo salsa, and it's quite sweet. I actually don't really like using it as salsa. It tastes more like ketchup, but actually it tastes like a really great kind of chipotle ketchup, so that's what we've been using this for, and I really have been enjoying it. Up here I have more cans of, this is tomatillo salsa. You can see I've got 5 jars of this tomatillo salsa, which I really like. It's really good. And these are tomatillos that I bought from the farm that has my farm share. Here I've got more apple butter, 2 more rows of apple butter, and then these are quarts of apple juice that were extra from my apple scrap jelly video. And these, look, you can see they've settled a little bit, but I'm excited to be making hot apple cider with these during the holidays. And then my final jars are all of these jars of peach jam, which I made from the peach tree in my backyard. So I'm really excited about these. I'm definitely going to be gifting a lot of these at Christmas. Finally, over here I have just a few extra jars. Here are some extra canning supplies, some pectin, some canning lids. I was able to find a few regular mouth and a few wide mouth jar lids at my grocery store, but I'm definitely going to be stocking up on more of those. Some produce protector, and then the top there is just a bag of extra lids. I haven't figured out a good way to store those, so right now they're just in a grocery bag up there. Our last stop over here is my 2 pressure canners and my extra jars. I have a bunch of extra jars that I was able to find at the end of the season, because in the middle of the summer when I was trying to can all my tomatoes, I could not find jars anywhere. So since then I've been making sure that I'm stocking up for next year. I'm hoping that next year I'm going to be canning double this for sure, not only to have for myself and my husband, but also to give as gifts, and hopefully I'll be growing a lot of this produce, so I'll be able to preserve what I grow. I have 2 Presto pressure canners. The reason I have 2 is because I actually have an induction cooktop on my stove in my house, and when I went to purchase a new canner, when I was doing all of this canning kind of early to midsummer, I could not find an induction compatible canner anywhere. So I bought a regular one and this burner so that I could do canning on that burner outside. And so that's what I did most of the summer. And then finally, near the end of the season, I was able to find this induction canner. So now I have 2, which is actually really convenient. And I use this canner for not just pressure, but also just regular water bath canning. This is the biggest pot I have. And so it's really easy just to use it for both. So thank you all so much for joining me for my Garden Year Zero storage tour. I really appreciate you being here, and I hope to see you on the next video.